What's up everyone, MK Tom Brady here. So in this video I wanted to talk about some tech that I have for Sub-Zero, and really on my, I guess, push to Elder God here, I really in rank tried pretty much everything Sub-Zero can offer. From multiple cameos, we went through Goro, went through Serena, went through Sonya, went through Kano, Striker, pretty much every cameo or tactic that people made a video for. Darius, tried that as well. Pretty much every cameo I tried, but I had very mixed results. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, and no real way to clean that up and kind of find a more consistent way to use them. Obviously with Kung Lao's hat, I settled on this for the Kung Lao cameo, and again, better results, but also very mixed. You know, I've tried every possible style. I made tons of mistakes and really wanted to catalog, you know, where these mistakes were and find a better way to play them, a more consistent way at the higher levels. So really, whether it's you're just trying to run away and be lame and zone and counter zone, or you're always trying to set up low hat for reset scenarios nonstop, you always have situations where either a cameo will counterpick you running away and throwing low hat, or even if you just do the stop trying to always reset them strategies. Sometimes you knock them down, you set up low hat. They happen to know, they happen to have the right instinct on when to jump, when to delay wake up, when to wake up armor, all these things, and just sometimes they just happen to guess right multiple times in the hard to blockable, and then your back two gets blocked and then you're dead. So sometimes it works on everybody, sometimes it works on nobody, sometimes in the same match it'll work 3 or 4 times and not work 3 or 4 times. But I wanted to find a more consistent way to kind of use a lot of these strategies here. So what I found was the new thing I'm doing is just accept that Ice Clone is the way it is. If they buff anything about Sub-Zero, probably won't be clone related. So what we're going to do is we're going to use Kung Lao's low hat to replace a lot of the setups that his old Ice Clone used to use in previous games. And here's what I mean by this. For one, I want you to catalog and kind of note the damage here on combos like this. This is like a standard B&B here. This is going to take them about 40% of the screen, almost half screen wall carry, corner carry here. And this does just, if you look at his life bar, just for like a visual guide here, it does just slightly past the 3rd notch. But keep in mind, we've got Kung Lao here. You knocked this character down. This character has some of the best armor in the entire game. So is he going to wake up with plus frame armored launcher with the Goro, raise the roof call? Is he going to delay wake up? Is he going to wake up buttons, wake up jump? And you have options and they have equal options. The difference is their options are a lot safer than yours in most scenarios and are a lot more damaging than yours in most scenarios, and also include a plus frame armor option, which is definitely an issue. And if you look at this other combo here, this combo is a little more damaging here. Could have done 36 if I did stand 4 slide, but I did stand 3. Either way, this does in between the 3rd and 4th notch on the life bar. So both combos do somewhere between just barely past the 3rd notch or halfway in between the 3rd and 4th notch of the life bar. But again, same scenario. How's he going to get up here? Every option you have, he has one as well. And his options are just better than yours, more damaging, safer. So what I started doing was kind of looking at what do I really want to do here? Well, I would love the opportunity to maybe get some reset chances. However, what I don't like is kind of the guesswork on how they're going to get up. Delay, armor, jump, etc. and have a different response for each option. So ideally, what I really want to do is I want to show them one look, which eliminates multiple options in one and kind of safely conditions them to do what I want them to do while I assume little to no risk. So basically, you have this kind of scenario here where a lot of times you set this up on people. Anyone who's tried this, you obviously want to put the low hat there and then come in and do some type of reset scenario. Some people accept it. Again, like we talked about, some jump, some armor, some delay wake up, whatever. What you really want to do is you want one option that kind of conditions them and eliminates all of them. So in this scenario here, I want you to look at, I'm going to try to jump out here. So I'm going to hold up. So I'm going to try to jump out. I can't jump. So now I'm going to try to armor, which is something that almost definitely a Kung Lao player will try. The armor is also beaten. And if I try to wake up and do delay wake up and then maybe mash some buttons. So here I'm going to do a delay wake up. And I'm still going to lose. So I can't jump back, jump forward, can't armor, can't wake up buttons, can't delay wake up into wake up buttons, nothing. I have to guard it. And anything I do is going to result in something like this happening. So setup comes out, you try to hit some buttons, you get hit. Well, let's go ahead and put the armor in there. So setup comes out, Kung Lao player says, you know what, I'm not going to accept this. Goes to do his armor, gets armor broken, so now he has a bar gone, he can't even break. And then all this comes off, and look at how much life he just lost here. And the question is the setup, although very little risk to you, it really takes away it does take away every option they have but guard here. Is it sacrificing too much life? And we just saw a couple of combos here that are doing like 30%, 35%. And a Sub-Zero needs all the damage he can get. So again, don't forget where those combos took the life bar, to a little past the third notch or to in between the third and fourth notch. So in the event they block, you're going to abuse one thing that Sub-Zero has that many characters do not. The ability to simultaneously hit and block confirm. Meaning, if you do something like forward 1-2, you can see that it has hit and then go into the enhanced deadly vapors for a full combo. However, you can also simultaneously see that it's blocked and then go into something else because now they blocked it. So in this scenario here, we do this, we notice he happens to block, he respects the option, right? And even though you did a slight low hat hold, the low hat charge comes back and you're still able to do another low hat, keep the plus frames, and you have down one, throw, etc. on the table. So if you look at this, this does almost the exact same damage with the chip as the first basic B&B did, and maybe about 2.5 to 3% less than what's considered his biggest open space meterless B&B. So you're really not sacrificing much damage, and really what you're doing is you're setting up a massive reset scenario. This allows you to kind of safely condition people to accept, you know, like, hey, no armor, no jump, no delay wake up, nothing. You know, there's really, you know, again, I'm going to try to do delay wake up here in this scenario we just went over. Even if I do delay wake up here and get up and block, low hat still hits. I mean, the forward 1-2 and a low hat, and you still do a good amount of damage with chip there. So this really kind of gets them off of, I got to wake up jump, I got to wake up armor, I got to delay wake up, all of that stuff. It's a better conditioning tool, and it allows you to come in and do a lot more stuff, have a lot more freedom, because you're really able to set them up for the greater situation that you need. Now, if you ever find yourself down on life, need to kind of make a comeback scenario, etc., it's kind of like, do they want to get up and test you and just kind of have you kill them for it right there? Or do they want to respect the fact that you have taken away all their options and just accept, you know, okay, I'll just block here, and then you can do a jump in, release the low hat, come in back to release the low hat, whatever it may be. And there's a couple of situations that some people may say, okay, well, what about certain armor attacks like Tanya's, for example, is kind of tricky. Like, you really can't, you know, armor break Tanya like that in situations. So let's go ahead and bring her out here. Trying to, you know, armor break a character like that is quite difficult, and we'll just have the computer play Tanya here just to make it a little easier. So again, Tanya, another character, good armor, and with Goro, it becomes a plus frame armored launcher. So we're going to go over the same scenario here and kind of set her to do armor. And Tanya's armor is just a bit different. Just because you're not able really to, let's go ahead, opponent, get up attack to armor on. So with Tanya, you're not able to kind of delay the low hat much at all in this scenario because her corkscrew, I mean, her drill or whatever, her drill kicks, spinning drill kicks, they cover ground, they go forward, they put her airborne. So by the time you actually hit her with forward one, she's kind of halfway airborne. There's really no real way. Let's go over this here. To really kind of, it just comes out way too fast, moves forward way too fast. There's no way you're going to get the forward 1-2 out. So for Tanya, you would do a different scenario. You would still do the low hat and release it the exact same way, only you wouldn't go forward with 1-2, you would jump back. So for example here, you would do this. And then, or, multiple jump forward 1-2s, etc., etc. 3 of them, stand 4, slide. A good amount of damage there. So I guess let's just go ahead and play it all the way through. Probably could have done a little more there in the corner. Just you could have done stand 4 and ice corner, whatever it is. But if you look at Tanya's life, it's just one setup scenario. Look at how much life is gone. And the point of this is that you're still able to get the knockdown. You're still setting up the low hat, which is still going to stop her from doing wake up jump, wake up buttons, beat her armor attack out. You're showing the same look as if you would come in. And this already establishes, hey, okay, maybe she may not want to armor here because obviously there's that bait. But it also, if she tries to say, okay, I'm going to wake up and jump or take my initiative here since she's not going to do anything to advance and jump or whatever, the low hat's still going to hit her every time to kind of let her know, hey, if you try to move at all, you're still going to get hit. And if you try to test me with armor to get around the hat, it's a setup in which you're going to lose a bunch of life. Now, there are other ways to kind of blow this up, like you could do with a slide and walk back and then, jump back and kind of blow it up with, if you time this properly, you can actually, blow that up. But the problem is, the Tanya player is going to see you walking back. There's a tell there. There's no tell in this scenario here. Putting the low hat on the screen looks exactly like when you come in for your reset setup. There's no real way to tell, oh, he's coming in for a reset situation, he's coming in to check me, he's coming in an armor break. If you're Tanya, she can't tell at all, not like walking back, etc. Or any other armor break scenario. It all looks the same. There's no real way to know if you're just going to take your safe check just to stop them from doing anything, or if you're going to come in for a reset situation. In corners, what I like to use is stand 3 or stand 4 into low hat. And this will pretty much break just about any armor in the entire game. So for example here, you use 2 of the back 2s, and then you use jump 1-2 into stand 4 into low hat, and then 1-2 will break low hats on the screen. And this also protects against delay wake up, because what you're doing is you're not releasing low hat, you're holding low hat. Because I know people will say, well, Tom, what if they delay wake up right here? If they delay wake up, see, they still get up, block the low hat, 1-2 hits. Well, the one will whiff because you're trying to armor break, but either way, they have to get up and still guard, right? So they're not able to delay wake up, come out, jump up when everything goes over their head and kill you for it. So it's still armor breaks, protects against delay wake up, kind of keeps you safe in a lot of ways. Now, obviously, there's the issue of hey, guess what? Sub-Zero's got things such as these gaps in his strings, between 1-2, between 1-2-2, forward 1-2, anything in a cameo. These are obviously big deals. So what happens if they block? Say, for example, Tanya would block low hat, and then you go to follow your check, and then she just goes ahead and armors anyway. Even if you block after 1-2, for example, and she does, the enhanced armor in a Goro, she's still plus frames, right? So what do? You still disadvantage. How do you really get out of this without being put at disadvantage when they decide to honor this setup and guard? Well, this is where I use kind of a situation to kind of get a strike throw scenario going here. So let's go ahead and kind of do that here. Let's turn this off. I got auto block on. Okay, so let's say here the Tanya player is going to respect my option. Let's go ahead and just put it here on the right because we have to reset it. She's going to respect my option. My low hat's going to be on the screen. She's just, okay, I'm going to block the low hat. I'm not going to get up with armor. And then as soon as he does any type of poke, then I'm going to take my armor check. Even if he doesn't cancel into a special, I'll still take my plus frames, take my advantage, and, you know, go from there. So like here we do the same scenario we just went over. Low hat comes out, and then we throw. Now we're going to delay the forward throw a little bit because we need Kung Lao to get off the screen. And this is naturally going to open up a strike throw scenario because if he doesn't want to accept that and hits buttons, then you can strike full combo. So in this scenario, we do the throw. Now let's say after the throw, Tanya says, you know what? I'm not going to accept this. I'm going to go ahead and armor. From here, you're far enough away that the armor will wear off when you jump back. And then you can armor breaker there again. So again, like from the throw scenario we go over, you know, she tries to wake up with armor. Armor break, and then full combo, and then she's gonna be near death. And this is just kind of like, just to kind of show kind of how the scenarios can go. This is obviously specific to Tanya because she creates a specific set of problems. But I just wanted to show that this situation can be molded to fit every possible character in every possible situation that you may encounter. This gives Sub-Zero kind of a way to work his corner game, work his mid-screen game, still trap people, and abuse what MK1 has given us and not given them. Which is, there are no tech rolls, so they can't roll backwards out of things. There's no forward roll garbage like MK11. So pretty much everything is its own hard knockdown. So really, there's really no way around what they're doing, what we're going to do here. The mind game favors us instead of favoring them. And, you know, obviously if they nerf Lao Hat, we'll have to cross this bridge again. But this is pretty much the most consistent strategy that I can find to where you can minimize your risk, be able to set up your reset situations without, you know, them just saying, well, I don't care, I'm always going to jump, I'm always going to do this. You have a way to check them safely every single time to get them out of all that. This is pretty much the most safe and consistent way that I have found to play the character. Now that I have finally put it together, I can't wait to do a redo Elder God Rud starting from scratch and really put all this together. It's really been quite frustrating because, you know, you get all types of, you know, advice as Sub-Zero, you know, like you should be playing Lao, mixing every time, resetting every time, overhead low, hard to blockable, or running away and low hat, or just being lame. Or you should pick, you know, hey, Striker or Darius or Serena or Scorpion for more damage, or maybe Kano or Sonya and Goro for armored launchers. You get all this type of advice from people, and it all has mixed results. And this is, I think, the most consistent way to play them. I really hope this video has helped a lot of you. I think this is the best way to go with Sub-Zero. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, any tech you want me to kind of find a way around, let me know and I'll be glad to lab it and post videos up for you guys. Thanks for watching. Love to hear what you guys say in the comments. As always, stay tuned for more content.